Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I bring you Unrequited Love, DIY number 1, Bound and Broken. I got these little wooden boxes from Dollar Tree, and I had already done the tissue paper texture to the outside of it and ended up not using it. So what we're going to do is continue, and we're going to tear small pieces of the crumpled tissue paper. We want torn edges, not straight edges. A small brush and some Mod Podge, and we're just going to do the inside and over top of the top edge there, and the bottom, the walls and the bottom of the inside. And you want to just take your brush and kind of you spread the Mod Podge and then kind of tap the tissue paper in place. You don't want to keep brushing it and take out all the wrinkles. You want that wrinkled texture. Another piece in here. And it's easier to go ahead and do where the wall meets the floor, so to speak, where it goes on in the corner on each side and press it into place, than to try to do just the little skinny walls and then the bottom. And you just keep adding Mod Podge, and as you tap it in place with Mod Podge on your brush, that's going to seal it as well. You're not going to have to go back over it as long as you add the Mod Podge as you go. And we're just going to keep on adding Mod Podge and strips of tissue until we get it all covered. And we actually end up doing 2 of these. These are actually, I think, lids too. You get those little wooden boxes in the craft section at Dollar Tree. And these had like designs that were kind of like little holes making the designs in the bottom. And that's another reason this works well. That'll cover that up. Or cover it up well enough anyway. Just keep on adding until we get it all covered up. Thank you everybody for being here with me today. And thanks again for all your well wishes for my husband. He's recovering very well from his surgery. He's not having any issues at all. So I know he's glad it's done. He had the other one done last year. So now both are done. He's very happy about that. So we're just going to paint this whole thing with black chalk paint inside and out. I had dry brushed some kind of gray blue on it before, but since we're repurposing it, we're just going to paint the whole thing black again. Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming pretty quick. I hope you guys aren't burning out on Valentine's Day. I haven't gotten the best views lately, but, you know, I'm definitely out of my season over here, so I'm not, you know, really concerned about it, but I just hope I'm not burning you guys out on all the hearts. So I've got the Styrofoam glittery heart, again, Dollar Tree from last year, I think it was. And actually have 2 the same size. Now it's hard to see what I'm doing, but basically I'm taking my utility knife and I'm going to cut this in half at a zigzag. And I've already sliced in it in one direction, then I'm going to go to the right a little bit and just go a little ways. And I'm just going to carefully slide that blade through there because I don't want to cut all the way across. I'm going to zigzag, and you see I zigzag to the left and then back to the right again. And you'll see what I mean once I start to pull it apart, because you can't see what's going on so much. It kind of like closes back up with all that glitter. You can't see where the cut is. But now you'll see here. See what I did there? And then once you've got that established, you can go in and get it all the way through to the back. And just take your time, watch your fingers. Don't want to get cut. And there you go. I've got it in half. And that styrofoam is going to just be a mess. So I'm going to just kind of trim up the excess with my little knife here. I'm just going to pluck off what's loose and just kind of take care of a little bit of the excess. And we are going to seal this both pieces, the inside and the outside, we're going to seal with the Mod Podge. This will keep that styrofoam from going everywhere or melting from the paint or whatever. So, and what I'm going to do is take this is heavyweight spackle or whatever you want to call it, heavy duty spackle. And this is good stuff because It starts pink, and once it's white, you know that it's dry. And I'm just going to spread this all around where the glitter is. And once I get it on there, we'll just pat it down with my fingers and smooth it out a little bit. Once you're done spreading it on there, the surface will start to dry a little bit so it won't be so sticky. And you can just take it, there you go. Just take your fingers and kind of, you can leave it sit for 10 minutes or so before you do this if it's still sticky. And I'm just going to keep tapping it until I like how it looks. And I'm going to do the same thing once that's dry to the inside. And we're just going to put it on as thinly as we can. We're not really looking for a specific texture, really. We just kind of want it to be, a lot smoother than it starts out to be, with all that styrofoam all lumpy and bumpy. So, and again, just use your fingers, get it as smooth as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna glue them in there separated a bit, so they don't have to line back up with each other perfectly or anything. So I've painted the inside with black chalk paint and then sealed that with gloss Mod Podge, so it gave it a glossy finish. So if you ever you're using chalk paint to paint but you want a glossy finish, you can always use clear coat or Mod Podge. Just use whatever finish you want. This is the metallic garnet red, and I'm going to carefully paint the outside of the two halves with that color. And I believe I had to do 2 coats, but I'm doing one side of each, letting it dry, and then doing the other side. Now the other heart, I've also sealed with Mod Podge. Sealed that glitter down. And I've got a little bit of water and some black paint. And we're going to do a little bit of a black wash. Oh, I'm sorry. I also painted that with the I'm sorry. I sealed it with the Mod Podge, then painted it with that same garnet red. I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to take this black wash and just keep doing it and patting it off with a paper towel until you get the look you want. Because I kind of wanted it to have like black streaks kind of look. And it was doing pretty well. I was surprised. I wasn't sure how it was going to do over the top of the metallic paint, but it worked pretty well. And then we're going to do the same thing, a little black wash on the 2 halves as well. They do actually fit together pretty well. Now, this is a charm bracelet I got at Dollar Tree. And it's just like a kind of a cheesy, silvery looking, finish. And I'm just going to take my little sponge dabber and the black chalk paint and paint this black as best I can. And you just have to go over it a couple times. Then this is my black flash color shift metallic. And it's like a black and gold where you tilt it one way it looks black, the other way it looks gold. But when you paint it over top of black, you just get that gold. But it's a really nice metal. It's a metallic paint, obviously, but it really actually gives it a nice metal finish. So I'm just going to dab that on there here and there. Get that gold on that chain, make it look like it's actually metal. And then I'm just going to take my champagne gold, and this is just to give a little shimmer more than anything. And go over all the hearts. And do the same with the little shadow boxes. Pick up all that texture with that gold. Hope I can edit out this noise. If you hear this buzzing noise, we got someone helping us out, cleaning up some of the leaves in the yard. We've had so much going on. We're behind on everything. And we're supposed to get a giant, crazy snow. So now I'm taking this silver floral wire. And this is a pretty sturdy wire I got from Amazon. And I'm cutting a small piece and kind of shaping it into a U. Because that's how we're going to attach this chain to this heart. Now this took some time and some patience, and I'm only showing you here and there because it's hard to see what I'm doing anyway. And you're just going to put that U around either side of one of the links and press it into place. And I've got my little tiny pliers helping me out to do that. And basically you figure out how you want to wrap the chain and put the little wire, U-shaped wire here and there. And then once I had everything on there, there was a piece that kept kind of flopping around. So what I do is I take my pliers and just carefully lift, not all the way, but just slightly lift up where the wire is. And here you go here. And I just add some hot glue kind of underneath it and then press it back into place. But yeah, so what happens is there's some glue kind of ends up showing on the sides when you look at the front, but we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna use a little black Spanish moss, you know. And you see, we're just pulling them, lifting them up a little bit and adding the glue. Because, yeah, a piece of the chain kept slipping in around where I didn't want it to go. So I've just made a little nest with a little opening in the middle with the black Spanish moss. And we're going to nestle this heart in the center here with some hot glue. And we're going to nestle that in the center where the little bit around the sides will hide where the glue might have been showing. My heat gun to melt away the glue strings. And this one's done. And these are little bitty. These are really cute. So here's my little halves. And I'm just going to make sure I know where I want to put the glue. And glue down the first half. Hold it in place for a couple minutes. You know the drill. And then I'm going to stick some moss in the center here. I had some excess glue. I placed some in and add a little bit more. And then I just want it kind of looking like it's growing out of the bottom and the top. I don't want a whole lot. And we're going to add some glue to glue the other half down. And that's pretty much it. And you'll see in my reveal, it looked kind of empty, so I end up adding a little bitty lace ribbon to the top left corner. But this project is done. DIY number 2, game over. This is a little tic-tac-toe game I got at Dollar General for $1. And we're going to take all the little pieces out and we're going to paint the board black. So now I've got the little pieces that came with it. And I take 3 of the hearts and some quick and thick glue and stack them on top of each other to make it thicker. And I'm going to just take my spackle and do the sides and fill in those little gaps. Now, see the X's there? I went to all that trouble of putting the texture on them, and my dog ate them. So, but the heart, the heart made it. So we do something different, and I'm kind of glad because what I ended up having to do actually turned out pretty cool. So now I'm just adding some texture here and there around the edge of the heart. I got these little tools at Dollar Tree the other day. They're cheap and cheesy, but it works a little better than the popsicle sticks. So, but yeah, I'm just doing a little raised edging around here and there on the heart. And we're going to forget about those X's you saw, and we're going to use our spackle, and we're going to create X's. And this took some patience. I get a little too wide, I scrape some off and fix it, and it didn't come across as far as I wanted it to the first try, so I just went back and adjusted it and just kept on fooling with it till I got it how I wanted it. And then finally I get that one, I think. Okay, we're just going to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And we're only going to do 2 of these. We're going to put them in 2 corners because the heart's going to go in the center. And this is kind of a, like a subtle piece. It's like the 2 X's block the heart, so the heart never wins. But the 2A, once it's painted, you'll see that the 2 X's are kind of subtle in background, and the heart's still gonna be vibrant. Like the heart, I don't know, the heart can go on kind of thing. But I guess it's up for interpretation. But this is just a very minimal, subtle, I really like it. It's different. Let me know what you all think when we're done here in the comments, because it's just something different. So here I'm doing the other X. And you want to make sure they are completely dry. So, you know, your best bet is just leave it overnight. And I'm just going to paint them with the same black chalk paint, because we want the base of everything to be all the exact same color and finish. And I have to go over this 2 or 3 times. to cover all the white. Once it's dry, you'll see where some shows up, and you just got to keep hitting it. And the same with the heart. I'm going to paint the entire thing black. And it's the dry brush that's going to bring this to life. So I got my garnet red again and a little bitty chip brush. And we're going to make sure we pick up all those raised areas. You know, a little bit in the center, but a little darker on the raised edges. And I go over it a couple times to get a little darker. I want the red to, I want it to be subtle, but I want the red to show. And now I'm going to take, this is just a, I have a light gray. I added a little black to it because I wanted a darker gray. And I'm going to dry brush. We're going to make sure we pick up these X's really well. You want to be able to see them. And then we're going to go all the way across and dry brush the entire board as well. And then we're going to go over it with some silver too. Once I do the gray, I'm like, it's a little flat still. So we're going to go back with some silver. But yeah, you want to make sure you really get the X's. I went over them a few times to make sure they showed up. And like I said, this is a very subtle piece. But yeah, the dog ate the damn X's. I was like, are you kidding? Because what I did was there was 4, and I stacked 2 on top of each other and made 2 of them. And went to all the trouble of putting that texture on them. And the dog chewed them up. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And here's my silver. Just go over the whole thing with silver. And I do the heart as well, and I just very lightly, because, you know, go over the heart, because I do not want to cover up that red. We just want to give it a little something extra. So it's very muted, very subtle, but there's something about it. I like it. I like it a lot. And I've just got some quick and thick. I'm just going to take my finger and spread it around the back of the heart and glue that in place. And you can wait that for a while if you want, but generally you press it down really well and leave it alone for an hour. It's not going to go anywhere. And this entire thing, the board, everything, it's very thin and flimsy. So I want to do a little something with it. I've got this chalkboard easel I've had laying around here that I don't use it. I used to use it in craft shows, and I could write like prices and what have you on there, but it's just been laying here for a while. So now I just painted everything black and added that silver dry brush just like I did on the board. And we're going to spread our thick and quick all on the front of this chalkboard here and get this in place. And that's it. That is pretty much it. I'm going to use some felt to protect it and clamp it for a little while, about an hour, and then this project is done. And here's my reveal. Here's my bound and broken. So I added the little lace ribbon. I don't think I really needed to. I might even take that off. It's like, well, I don't think it was all that necessary. And my tic-tac-toe game. Thank you again for being here with me today. Hope you come back and see me. Don't forget to like and share and all the things. Bye.